Hi Virgo, welcome to your March 2022 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. See if I can put it as high as it goes. Just move these bad boys over here. There you go. I'm gonna pick another card too. Okay. Oh, those are the last two cards are really work oriented, and even the Heart of the Matter card can be associated with that. But I almost get like relationship too. So I'm gonna try to do both. Oh, I was trying to get it away. See, I have my tripod not that secured. The Heart of the Matter is the Ace of Wands, and this reminds me so much of the vernal equinox happening on March 20th. I know that I'm speaking specifically of the Northern Hemisphere, but I am in the Northern Hemisphere, so that's where I'm at. And certainly, the fire element is very much a part of this, and that newness that the ace represents, new endeavor that is so exciting, exhilarating. It makes you feel like you have some control over your life, like you are creating something yourself, that you're not just, running with somebody else's idea. See, I was trying to get rid of, let's see if you can see that shadow thingy. Yeah, so that's very nice. And this can even be like an affair. So for Virgo, I don't know if Virgo people really like affairs. You might want more of a permanent relationship, but it's like maybe this is a fire sign individual. So Sag is a big one, or it could be Leo or Aries. Those are the three fire signs. That fire energy kind of like stimulates your sense of joy and creativity, being a big kid at heart, spontaneity. In the past position, we have the Four of Cups, and this is you stone-faced and somebody offering you this love that you're not feeling. It is important to note that there is a full moon in your sign in March on the 18th, and this could be that's a couple of days before the vernal equinox. So there could be some developments with a relationship that has run its course, because when you have full moon in your sign, this is a late degree of Virgo, the opposition is with that other sign, the opposite sign, which is Pisces for you. And that is the 7th house of committed partnership. I have a video up for, it's more like an audio, but it's for March for Virgo that I just did. So you can check out the astrological dates on that video on my channel. I have a playlist that's easy to locate that video. And the point is that for some of you, this is going to be the end of the road, or the do or die full moon for your relationship, because you have maybe tolerated something way too long. And now, that's what I feel like with this card. It's like you've got 0 F's to give, you just are not into it anymore. Maybe you have tolerated somebody's bad behavior over and over again, and you just can't do it anymore. I'm not saying that this is true for all relationships. That's my heart-shaped crystal selenite. I'm not saying that this is going to transpire for all Virgos in relationship. I'm just saying that that is what the possibility is, the trigger, as an opposition to that first house that you have going on there. And sometimes, I mean, in that particular situation, it might just be realizing that you have to change something within yourself to make a relationship better. So it could put the awareness on you and what you need to stop doing. So don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that. But I feel like with the Four of Cups, it's like somebody is trying to offer you love, but you're not believing it, or you're not feeling it in some way. The higher message is the Three of Swords. This is a card of feeling rejected, feeling heartbreak. So you can see that like blood dripping from it, because that's kind of like the wound when somebody feels like they have been, I think of that song with Tom Petty and Stevie Nicks, Stop Dragging My Heart Around. And somebody may have been dragging your heart around for way too long. And that's what happens. The Four of Cups is going to happen when somebody does something over and over again. Eventually, that other person, they might tolerate it, but then they will, it's like they're dead to that relationship. Now, if this is something with work-related matters, you may have been dissatisfied with an offer from an employer. Maybe they were throwing you a bone and you weren't feeling it. You didn't really believe that they cared that much. Let's say they passed you over for promotion, but then they realized that they'd screwed you over and they just kind of gave you a little something, but it wasn't really all that. And the Three of Swords is like you still felt dissed. You still felt that you were looked over, and it didn't feel good. Remember that there can be a lot of reasons why that kind of thing happens, because usually Virgo people they would be first in line for any kind of like promotion or things like that, because you're just so good. I mean, you're thorough, you're conscientious, and so it's important not to look down on yourself when you perceive yourself as being rejected. Same with personal relationships. You may be feeling like you're ready for a new relationship, or you have somebody, your sights set on somebody, because of this feeling of a relationship not being satisfactory for some reason. What crosses you is the Death card, and there may be this refusal to let something go completely. And if that's the case, then the point is that you have to take it all the way, because I know that some people, they will be on again, off again with a relationship. They can't totally let it go. They can't fully commit to it because it's just too unstable or what have you. And this kind of thing wreaks havoc on the individual because they can't feel that sense of peace. They're just like, they're hanging in the balance, if you will. And then, to resolve something completely can be actually quite good, because then you're able to, put something to rest that has been, causing you issues. Now, the Death card is connected to Scorpio, so if the Four of Cups, maybe that's a Scorpio. It's a Cups, it's a water sign. If that is someone that you've been tangling with, then it's kind of confirming, no, this person is the death of you. You know, this person is not good for you. And maybe they want to break your heart. That's like the narcissist, the malignant narcissist is looking to do something that is very upsetting, because that's how they get their supply, they call it. But it's like that's what they feed off of, the negative energy. So you have to really realize that. And same thing with a job. If you're not satisfied, it means that you are no longer in alignment with that thing. And you may be in denial over that, or like thinking, oh, maybe if I just find a new employer, but I'm doing the same type of work, it's going to pan out. And the truth is that if you are like the Four of Cups, if you have been disinterested or dissatisfied with your work, then chances are it has everything to do with the type of work that you're doing, and the setting is secondary. Not to say that that doesn't need to change as well, but just the idea of a certain type of profession, you may have moved on and can't really admit it to yourself. Maybe you're thinking, why spend all this money on a degree, and how can I just abandon this type of work when I have invested so much money in this? I've only been doing this for 5 years. I can't have burnout already. Well, you know, it's only when you go and do something in the real world that you find out the truth of whether or not you like it. What's coming in is the Ace of Swords. So this is that truth serum, that like cutting through the illusion, being out of the denial over it. And that can give you that clear thinking to be able to move ahead, because Ace. So we have 2 aces here. Very good for moving ahead, because you have clarity of vision. So I didn't have to pick an additional card, but I just chose to. The outcome is the 10 of Wands. This is the burdens of success, according to one of my books. Having to put in a lot of elbow grease and taking a lot of responsibility for something. But sometimes this can be when someone is doing too much, when they are shouldering too much responsibility, and they risk burnout. They're working overtime, they're doing the job of 2 people, whatever that may be. And there may be a specific reason for it. Maybe this is you doing too. Maybe you're starting a business, but you're still keeping a day job. And so you're kind of like working 8 hours a day and then coming home, maybe eating dinner, and then you're working on your business at night. So you're burning the candle at both ends, but it's for practical reasons. I picked an additional card. I got the Knight of Pentacles, and this is that workhorse card. So wash, rinse, repeat when it comes to, being that person with a good work ethic and just making that steady progress in your life on a practical level. So that's why I say that this may be more of a work situation, but if it's love related, the Knight of Pentacles can be a Taurus. So that's a fellow earth sign like you, Virgo, so that certainly would be very compatible. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. Thanks for watching. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.